One of the first things you can do to get Deputy looking and feeling more familiar is change the branding and the logo at the top here. So I'm going to go to Global Settings by clicking on Hello, my name up here, Global Settings, and then Branding. So let's choose my logo from my desktop here. And then we're just going to drag the highlighted area out so that this covers my whole logo. Just make it fairly central. And I'm going to change to my preferred color as well. Let's save that first and then apply changes. And straight away, my desktop account is looking much more familiar. Back in Global Settings, there may be a couple of other fields that you'd like to change. For example, the time format, and also how you refer to your staff and breaks. For example, you may want to change this to meal break, or something that's just familiar terminology for where you work. And also here, you may want to change to. And these changes will be reflected across all the apps. Here's some really quick tips on setting up your location or your locations. First of all, on the Locations tab, click the Edit Settings button, and then we can see here we have the information about where it is, what it's called. You might want to change your unique code to something more familiar. With regards to the address, if the pin's not 100% accurate based on what Google says, you can always drag the map around and double click to where it's supposed to be. This is important because this is where, if you're using time and attendance, the staff's location will be compared to. Here's some other notes you can put in here. Useful for any new starters. On areas, these are the ones here by default. These can be job roles, departments, or any other ways of separating different parts of the business. Let's rename these to something more familiar quickly. And we can add a new one very quickly here just by typing the name of it, pressing enter, and there it is. If you want to give it its unique color, click on this box and select one. These other areas are for deep dive settings that are really particular to your business, and I would encourage you to look at those in your own time. But for a very quick setup, let's maybe just tweak some of the notifications that we might be getting by default that we don't need. For example, an unfilled open shift, we're not going to use those, for example, so we can just click edit and then delete this so that we're not spamming everybody with all these notifications. Any changes that you do make within this Locations tab, just always remember before you come out of this tab to press save up here. Getting your staff onto Deputy is really quick and easy. We hit the People tab, top right, add people, and we're going to add a few, so we're going to click this second option. This takes us to this page where we can expand it out a little bit. I'm going to add 5 people quickly. Now, we don't need all of their details straight away just to test the system, so we're just going to use first names, tab between the boxes 4 times, and you're on the next row. There we go. Click Add People, and here they are. So you can see no invitation sent underneath them. That's fine. They don't need to know about the system yet. We're testing, we're getting it set up. We can do that very quickly later. On the schedule page here, you can see my staff now show on the left. Creating a schedule for them is so easy. We can click and drag and drop people into roles here. We can click onto the shift to edit. My tip is just to use 24-hour numbers. So 10 till 6 will be 10, 18, and just tab between. That's it. We can add notes so that they know exactly what they need to see and do on the day. We can highlight the shift, press C, move the arrow keys, press V, and it's pasted. Really quick, really easy. There's loads more keyboard shortcuts you can learn, and you can also copy things week to week, day to day, or in multiples of weeks as well. Really simple. You don't have to assign people to shifts straight away. We can just click in a box just to create the actual time here. And I'm going to copy just a few. These are my minimum hours that I need for the week in each department. I'm literally pressing C and V just to get copied and pasted all of these shifts across multiple days and multiple areas. What I can then do is simply just auto-fill these empty shifts with some criteria, things that we can set up later, such as training, maximum hours, and availability. There's some empty shifts left over. I'm going to turn those into open shifts. Then when I publish this out, all my team get notified of their upcoming schedule, and also ones who are available and entitled will receive notification that they can claim an open shift. Then, if that's my standard template, I can save it. And I can drop this template and any others that I like to save, be it a mixture of empty or completely filled or partially filled rotas, and import it whenever I need. There we go, super fast and really easy.